Hi heathens, so I woke up to a very predictable comment on my video from yesterday, and I want to talk about it. Now I'm going to paraphrase, but it said something to the effect of, do you really have to be so mean? Do you have to tell him to shut up? Do you have to compare him to a cartoon character? Why can't you criticize his beliefs and arguments more respectfully? So let's start off with the obvious. I don't respect him, and I don't respect his dangerous beliefs. Second, civility is a tool that the privileged use to maintain the status quo. It's weaponized to keep marginalized people in their place. But the second that civility becomes weaponized, it ends the civility in that interaction. Third, mockery is a completely acceptable form of protest and resistance when you are punching up at those who have power, especially when these folks built a platform and profit off of the continual oppression of marginalized groups. You don't like the way that I'm talking about you? I wonder what that's like. Fourth, I will never let anyone who wants to or already has stripped rights away from people lecture me on the value of civility, or private property for that matter. And since this is all connected, let's talk for a second about this capitalist dystopian nightmare we're currently living in. By its very nature, capitalism would like to dispossess almost all of us from anything but our labor power. It will then continue to exploit all of us, especially along racial and gender lines. And you need look no further than the Supreme Court to see that it's looking to exploit our bodies not only in the labor market, but also for reproduction. And all of that is happening against your will. You don't owe anyone that supports that kindness. So if you have the social capital, if these people will see you as a peer, then please make your own content, educate them, talk to them respectfully. But as Drew said, I'm not Miss Frizzle. It is not my job to teach bigoted men that don't want to learn how to be better people. I don't owe them my time, energy, intellect, or emotion. My goal is and has always been to use my privilege to let people know that they don't have to take this shit lying down. I want to act as a buffer for people less privileged than I. Because when people of color say this shit, when queer people say this shit, they get death threats. I get people saying I'm a bitch and I need to be nicer. I don't make content so that bigots will like it. In fact, I explicitly make it to make them uncomfortable. But people like Mike Winger dress up their bigotry. They try to make it look respectable and civil. And once they've lured you in a little bit, they gaslight the fuck out of you. And to be honest, that's far more dangerous than someone who's just outright bigoted. I grew up with people like this. You know when they change? When it affects them. All I'm doing is skipping the niceties and treating them with the same disdain that they have for everyone else. I just have enough integrity not to dress it up. But I'm not here for them. I'm here to punch back for the people that don't feel safe to do so. And if you don't like my methods, that's fine. I invite you to step into the arena.